to a special edition of our Meet the Vendor series. This is very special because we have in our midst a mixologist.
Wow.
You know what that means? A professional creative mixologist
It
in
makes
our
sense for a
midst
living.
today.
It makes sense for a living.
Okay, so I'll be your host. My name is Stella Thomas, and I'll be your host for today's Meet the Vendor series. And again, join me to welcome Mr. Jacob Obule,
Yeah,
our Meet the Vendor guest for today.
thank you very much.
Thanks for
Thank
joining
you.
us today.
I'm Jacob,
You're welcome.
Abuja finest mixologist.
Yes, finest mixologist.
We are your doorstep at any time you call us, we are always there.
Take note of that. With mobile.
Yeah, we are very mobile.
Yes, sir. So welcome. Thank you for honoring our invitation.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on your event today. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So Mr. Jacob is a mixologist, like we've mentioned, a mobile CEO of a mobile bartending services and a vendor on Raeven Marketplace. So today he's going to be sharing with us his experience in business. He's an entrepreneur, a young, finest entrepreneur, and he will share his experience as a bartender or as a mixologist. He'll share his journey and even his journey with Raeven Marketplace with us today. And I'm sure you will get to learn one or two from his experience and get inspired to even start your own mixologist services. So once again, we are glad to have you here.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Thank you.
Okay, so without further ado, we'll just get right into it.
Okay.
Can you please tell us briefly about yourself and then about your business?
Yeah. You know, I'm Jacob, as I earlier said. I'm Jacob. I'm a mixologist. You know, the idea of drink creation has been there generally, even from the origin, creating drinks and all of that. So you will, at a time, there will be need for people to have these things around in their parties and all of that. But for me, mine started a little bit far back. Let me say 2019, 2020, there, within that COVID time, when uh, we graduated from the school, and you just have to lay a hand on something, some skill. Since the environment we see ourselves no longer, the education we have no longer pressures the job we want for the day. We just have to have something extra for ourselves. So mine, on my own part, I just ventured into having this idea of drink creation, creating drinks, different sets of drinks. I started far back from Lagos. Then after some time,
that's still in
2020. That was 2020. I started from Lagos. It was just one beautiful day. I was there just hustling and looking for a job. And the man said, "Okay, come, I'm going to teach you how to make drinks and all of that and all of that." Generally, I have no idea what the drinks is like. But we were like, "Okay, come, this one is this one is this. You mix this one, you mix this one, you mix this one,
you make up something.
Yeah, make up something. Make up something like Long Island, Sex on the Beach, Bloody Mary, and all of those things. So even the name was so strange at that starting up stage. But gradually, started having interest in it because it's one of the modern skills that people don't know much.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of persons have heard of the word mixologist. It's easier to just say anybody who mixes drink is just generally called a bartender or something.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a very good one. It's a very good one. You know, growing up, people know skills like tailoring, hair making, and all of that. But the modern society, equally, the hospitality industry precisely, need these hands. So I ventured into it, and gradually I was working for people and all of that. Then the idea of mobile bartending, like moving from one place to another when there are events, you go to weddings, birthday parties, anniversary begin to come in.
And that's more of you starting your own.
Starting my own. That's when I began to
working
for somebody.
So right now,
so I began to think like, okay, let me have something to do. That was when I came into Abuja after having what the knowledge of the mixing of drink is like. So I left Lagos for Abuja. Then here I begin to have another knowledge again that okay, this is not just in the bar, not just in the hotel alone.
Can
It
be
can be
just
done
anywhere.
everywhere. So I begin to say, okay, let me create mine and have a particular. That's when I come up with the Jamo mobile bar. So that's where my field precisely is, Jamo mobile bar. Oh, it has been
That's
a long, long
the
story.
bet
If I
of
may say.
Jamo
Yeah, the Jamo of
Mobile Bar.
all of that, the Jamo
That's
mobile bar.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's a very inspiring journey.
So
Very.
until now, we are moving from one place to another. When we have calls for weddings,
Yeah.
do cocktails, mocktails, smoothie, milkshake, we even do teas, several anything that has to do with drinks. Precisely, we cover every aspect of drink. That's how it has been. It's not just easier, and most is trying to start up something of their own
Yeah.
when you don't have the connects. Because
It's a
before you come
journey.
in, yes, other people are already there.
Yeah, sure.
So it's good. Then
It's a journey.
with Raven, it has been an exceptional journey because as a starter, you lack visibility.
Sure.
You lack visibility. People coming in to try to. There are people on ground already who know this business, who have been working on it. So what you need, knowing that you have the talent already, you need visibility.
Yeah, that's one thing.
So that is one thing that when I come across Raven from a friend that said, okay, this is a marketplace when both the buyer and the seller can meet
Yeah.
and get out of that. So Raven precisely have helped give out visibility to my settings
That's
because people can come in there and say, okay, I want a particular drink for this
service.
day, I want this cup and all of that. So that's how it has been with Raven recently.
Thank you so much for sharing that journey. I mean, it's been an inspiring one, given that it all started from after COVID-19.
Yeah,
So which expresses the fact that you don't see like, a lot of persons saw COVID-19 year as a very challenging year
yeah,
because
it
we're all
was.
locked up.
Yeah, it was. It
We're all
was.
locked up,
We were
and
locked up mixing drinks.
at least you put in creativity into something that could generate you fun.
Yeah,
So that's what makes your own experience more special or a beautiful one, and makes this story a beautiful story for someone to listen to and be inspired, because it's easy for us to come out of that COVID-19 scenario and not be able to get ourselves back,
yeah,
because a whole lot of persons got depressed, a whole lot of persons ran out of business. Majorly, a lot of persons were sacked, were laid off. But there you are trying to create
that's something.
something beautiful, give birth to something beautiful.
Yeah,
So
it wasn't just easy.
that's really inspiring, and I believe the whole mixology thing takes a whole lot of creativity,
Whole lot of
because
creativity.
you yeah, you hear mixology, it's not like mixing chemicals, mixing drinks,
Just
mixing water
mixing
and
drinks.
stuff, but
Yeah, you just have to
you
come
need
up
a
with
skill.
something.
It's a
You just have to come
skill.
up with something from mixing of the drink to garnishing
Yeah.
to flaring and all of that.
You guys are hearing those words. Flaring,
You just have to flare and
garnishing,
entertain your
drinks.
people and all
It's
of
not
that.
it's not like it's chicken or it's not food, drinks.
You just have to do
Wow.
it for people. Because at the
That's
cost of making the drink, you equally have to entertain the people.
yeah.
You just have to entertain the
So
people.
it's a whole bunch of skills.
There's a
And
bunch of skill.
well,
Very,
it's not well known.
it's
It's
yeah,
not well known because
yeah,
I
it's not.
hear bartending a lot, but mixology is
It's not well known.
sounding like a scientist
It's
kind
not
of
well known,
thing.
but it's a very good one. If there was a man who told me recently that people have no idea of what this thing is,
Yeah.
but in recent time, when the hospitality industry will grow above this level, people will need these people. People need these
True.
people, and for one of those skills is it is not that excessively paying, but at least for a startup with a little experience, you can get something out of it. You can really get something out of it.
Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you so
So it's as good as saying that Nigeria or the COVID-19 was a pandemic, it was a world thing. So it's as good as saying that
Mine was a
pandemic
blessing.
inspired you.
Yeah, definitely,
The
definitely.
situation inspired you to
In
start
addition to
a
that, you
business.
just need the skill
Yeah.
because the post graduation life need a skill, and I was not having one at that moment. I was contemplating on going into catering and all of that, but when the opportunity to go into drink creation comes in, I said, let me just pick it up from there. And It has been a long, long journey gradually. It wasn't that easy. Now we are saying that, okay, have a mobile bar and all of that.
It's
By then, how
really
much would they even
it's
start to
really not
pay us
easy
and all of that?
starting a thing. It's really not
So,
easy starting a
so
business.
that's how
So
it was. So that's how it was.
we
It has been a
understand.
very pretty journey coming, but difficulties are there normally in every
Yeah,
sectors
sure,
of
sure,
starting up
definitely,
something.
definitely. Even if you are not starting something, you're in a business or you're in a
Difficulties are always
nine
there.
to five work.
Yeah.
There are challenges as well. Okay, so you made mention of birthday parties that you carry out these services
Yeah,
in
for
birthday
birthday parties.
parties and at the bar. So what other events? Like
Yeah, we
you know
have.
that fine, we've heard the word mixologist today.
Okay.
We've been hearing about the word bartender, and for a layman, it has we just have this idea that bartending is just at the bar
Yes, that's on the
or
bad.
the palmy joint. Of course, locally,
Yeah, that's
you
a
call a
local bad thing.
yes, you still call him a bartender just to give him some kind of a
Yeah,
classy name,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So, what other event do you actually receive their calls to? Because you are
yeah.
mobile, so I
Yeah,
can just call you and then you pick up your phone and pick up
we cover a
your
whole lot.
yeah.
We cover a whole
So,
lot.
what other
We cover like
events?
weddings, anniversaries. We cover things like night clubbing, all this clubbing that people go partying in the night,
Yeah,
and you just have to be there all through the night making drinks. So far from the birthday things, there are so many things we cover. I will cover things. Sometimes I was even telling my friend that I don't mind one day if I'm invited to go and do in a burial. I could go in as much as it's going to pay.
fetch you
We can go
money.
there and do. So we cover a whole lot of places. In every sectors of life that the activities are going on. At the end of the day, we want to get together. We
Yeah,
want to have bonding. So they will need this thing even in school. At the end of the term, teachers and students want to get together, end of the year partying and
yeah.
all of that. So they always want this drink. The anniversaries are there, marriage, wanting to remember how far they've come, children birthdays are there, and particularly every sectors of life
So
that involves this party, we
do you
come with it
also carry out your service in corporate events?
everywhere,
Okay.
everywhere. Sometimes they invite you for some corporate setting just to make tea for
Okay.
them, like you
Okay.
make purely tea after the meeting they had, you can just give them tea for the day. And sometimes they could just want something chill, like normally non-alcoholic drinks for
Okay.
the meeting, just so when they go on breaks, they take this thing, then come back. So apart from the parties and the nightclubbings and all of that, some corporate organizations always call us to come in and do some of these things for them.
Okay. So we've heard that a mixology or a bartender, if that's the word you know, does not only function at the bar,
Yeah, we are
function
mobile.
beyond the bar, beyond even in corporate events, birthdays, weddings, and all of it. So I mean, with time, people
Yeah,
will get to understand that this profession is actually
very
necessary in social
lucrative.
events. So any events
Very
that bring people
lucrative.
together, a mixologist
It's
is
always
needed.
needed, yes.
Okay,
Everything that you just have to drink, eat. After eating, you have to drink.
sure.
Even if you're drinking water, we don't mind coming there to provide water. And there's a way you can even garnish the water to make it more special.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Garnish water as well. So just as your budget allows you,
Yes,
as
as
your
your
budget
budget
permits you.
allows,
So the
we have
garnish water.
covered different ranges of life, even as low as 50 to, let's not start mentioning prices first.
It's all right. So you made mention of cocktail and mocktail. Like
Yeah.
our ears as like as Nigerians, majority of persons know about cocktails,
Yeah.
not really about mocktails. So what's like the difference?
You know that from time coming, our people don't know these things
Yes,
precisely.
yes.
We made to deal with their palm wine from the south, they'll tell you their palm wine. Here they say they've nothing to do with their brukutu and all of that.
Yeah,
And just like the Yorubas have their agbo and all of that, those were their drinks.
yes.
Yes. But as time goes on, this drink comes in and we begin to have things like cocktails and mocktails. Though they were there at the primitive level, where they unknowingly doing these things, mixing this one to give you this one. They what this person is doing, the man selling a bowl is mixing this one with this one to give you a
Yeah,
particular thing. But at the cost of
different
that, he's
about
practicing
things.
mixology or bartending at the lower level.
Mm.
So as it advances, we begin to have things like cocktails, mocktails, smoothie. Then cocktails has to do with drinks that has alcohol, precisely.
Okay.
and sweetenings. Like you add other little sweetenings, drinks that are
Brown
alcoholic,
sugar.
yes, sugar, coke, juice, mixing it with some portion of alcohol to produce a particular cocktail. That's when we come in cocktail precisely comes in. Then we have things like mocktails. The mocktails has to do with non-alcoholic drinks,
Okay.
mixing different recipe, mixing strawberry and this and that to give a particular thing. So the mocktails has nothing to do with the alcohol. That one are purely non-alcoholic drinks. We have something like fresh juice, milkshake. The one we use ice cream, milks, and whipping cream and all of that to create. So there are different varieties when it comes to this.
So there are different varieties
Varieties
of
drink
drinks,
creations, yes, of drinks,
drink
of drinks.
creation that you can actually get from a mixologist.
Yeah.
Then so my next question is this. Considering the price of things in the market, right? So let's consider the economical factor of going for a mixologist in an event rather than going for Coca Fanta and beer. And that's like the regular pattern in an event. So is going for those ones quite cost effective than inviting a mixologist over, or which of it?
For me, from what I've analyzed so far and what I've seen, I guess not. I'm not. To be more precise, getting a mixologist is better. Do you know why?
Right.
If you are getting beers, Coke, and Fanta for 150 people, you're going to spend a whole lot.
Okay.
You're going to spend a whole lot. You can spend up to 200 to 300,000 to getting these drinks. But when you come to getting a mixologist, we can give you 150 cups based on negotiation as low as 200,000 to 50,000.
It's based on the
No,
person's budget now.
these are the benefits you're going to have.
Okay.
These drinks are
Together.
made physically. You see them making it.
Yes.
You see them putting this on, putting this, and giving you some precise drinks. And some of the canned drinks that you'll be buying, the beers, there's so many fake in the market. They're
And they are
pirated
all
copies of
processed drinks and
yes, and cans and
chemicals.
stuff. So getting a mixologist to give you cocktails will help you one to save your money because you're going to charge you less.
Okay.
We're going to charge you less.
Yeah.
Then secondly, we're going to give you more varieties.
More varieties. Right.
Imagine me giving you 100 cups and giving you 10 different kinds of drinks.
Wow.
Like
like
you have to drink this one, you have to drink this one. Yes, and the coloring and all of that. Then it spices up your event. Because when people come to event, they're expecting to drink the normal Coke and Fanta vibes. And coming to get a mixologist and
special,
giving you Chapman, giving you Virgin Mojito, giving you Sex on the Beach, giving you Bloody Mary, giving you Sweet Lady, and all of those kinds of drinks. You'll be like, wow, it really spices up your drink. And if you see modern events now, they don't just do without a mixologist.
Okay.
The mixologists have to come in to provide these varieties of drinks because this is what people are going after now. Because if you are getting, I can make a drink for you that could be without sugar,
and you still love it,
and it's still very good, still very good.
Wow.
I can make a drink with lemon and all of that are very exceptional.
And they're natural.
Natural.
They're natural.
I can make fruit juice that are natural. But if you go back to these drinks, these one the beers and all of that, they are sugary. They have high sugar content. And you can't just consistently drink beer because you're minding your health. And if you're leaving beer to come to other soft drinks, you're still going to fall back to sugar again. Yeah. So this is where we come in to provide a healthy setting. The health is one thing we consider mostly when we are doing our drinks. Yeah. We don't just go there, pack sugars and give. And for some of us who have been experienced in the field for over 6 years or 5 years going now, we know what exactly to give that could be health conscious.
That's really educative.
Yes,
because
it is.
I think, not that I think, in Nigeria we do not pay attention to health. Yeah, and these little things actually matters. And statistics shows that sugar is one of those things that causes the toxicity within our body system. sugar in soft drink,
Yeah.
sugar quantity
In
level
almost all
in
the drinks I was
alcohol.
drinking.
So I've learned this. It's very educational, really, because getting a mixologist is cost effective and it
Yeah.
helps you keep up a healthy
Not,
event,
not
a
forgetting
healthy
how
event, I would
yes, how
say.
spicy our event will look like when you have
Your
outside
event is
around.
spicy, it's
Spice it up, make
colorful.
it look good and all of that. Give you
Yeah,
this kind of
give it class.
exceptionality when you come in and be like, wow, we have it. Don't forget the entertainment part. When we're coming, you get entertained. You see how people flare bottle, pick up bottle, put bottle on their shoulder, put some on their palm hand and all
Don't
of
worry.
that. You get entertained.
Our next event, we are going to practicalize all of
Yeah,
those
going to
things.
do
All those
something and you get
mixture,
that. It's
really,
really good.
really
It's
see
really,
it
really good.
practical. Wow, thank you for
The
sharing all of that.
varieties. Don't we, it has a whole lot of varieties. To
Right,
be very honest with you, you
right.
can't just go there and expect to drink Coke, Fanta, and omelette.
Ah, right now, I feel like it's boring. It's boring.
Very
So you
important.
need a
Just get
mixologist.
something to spice up your wedding. Get something to spice up your birthday. Get something to spice up your party. Very, very necessary. Now it can now with the mixologist. Now
Yeah.
imagine going to a party and serving people just Fanta and Coke. They feel
Right
very
now
boring.
it's
Like
boring. With all
what's
of the
that?
things I've heard you say today, I've been fed like healthy feeding.
But now
It's boring.
I can go and serve you. You're serving that Fanta, Coke, and others
Yeah.
because you don't want to serve alcoholic drinks. But I can equally go to that same place, serve you something better than Fanta and Coke, which still, which will still not be alcoholic in it. They will still don't have alcohol in it. I'm still going to serve you a non-alcoholic drinks, which are better upgrade to a normal Fanta Coke that you're going to serve.
Yeah.
So
Much
just yeah,
healthier.
these are some of the things people who invite us most of the time put into consideration. They come in and like that.
I'm sure our audience have learned one or two
Yeah, I'm
from
sure they feel.
this conversation. It's healthier to get the mixologist for your events, it's cost effective, and it spices up your event.
Yeah, it
And you
does.
get varieties. I mean, varieties is spice
Varieties
on
of
its
drinks.
own.
Varieties
Varieties
of
of
drinks.
drinks. You get colors,
With beautiful names.
beautiful names.
Beautiful.
So thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you.
Jacob, for giving us all of this beautiful information. Thank you very much. Okay, so now let's talk about Raeven Marketplace. So yeah, a vendor on Raeven Marketplace, not just a mixologist. He's also a vendor on Raeven Marketplace. So what has been your experience as a Raeven Marketplace vendor? What has been your experience? Please share that with us.
You know, our events and our jobs has to move internet
Yeah,
because we don't have where someone can go get us directly.
since
So
you are mobile.
yeah, since we are mobile, the best way the people can easily get across to us is through the internet setting,
Yeah.
the online setting, and all of that. And Raven is one of those major places that we get contact easily because Raven provide a visibility setting
Okay.
for
Business owners.
business owners. Then most especially those of us who are not stationed, who are mobile, it is easier because they can get across it. So Raven so far has been very helpful in giving visibility to the business. Has been very helpful in giving visibility to the
Wow.
business. The contact we do have from Raven, the order we get from Raven is an addition to what we normally have because far from that we have other social media or social
Sure.
media handle that we do. So Raven has been an addition to the setting and giving us visibility because without visibility we cannot get anything. It's when
Definitely.
somebody is aware that you're doing a particular thing, since he cannot meet you physically or a face-to-face contact, that's when he can easily contact you through this
Yeah.
medium. So with Raven, it has been a better movement than it should be.
Thank you, Mr. Jacob. So, Mr. Jacob has even taken us through the route of visibility for your business. So, I would say this edition or this series have been very educative. As a business owner, you need visibility. Whether you're a mobile business owner
Or you're
or you're a
stationary. If people don't know about the
physical
business, there's no way they're going to
business owner.
contact you.
Yeah, they won't,
And you
and
cannot.
you will make profit, which is the sole aim of you starting the business in the first place. And here at Raven Marketplace, we give your business visibility, just as Mr. Jacob has said. So yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Jacob Lee, CEO of Jamo
Jamo mobile
Drinks.
drink.
Jamo Mobile
Bar,
Drink.
yeah, mobile bar
So
precisely. We are Jamo mobile bar.
Jamo
Mobile
Mobile Bar.
bar.
So get that
In
straight
in
into
our
your
in
head.
our next edition, I'll tell you how the Jamo name comes about.
This
It's
next
very unique.
edition, like it's very special. Please
It's
don't
very
miss it
unique.
though, because
It's very unique.
the
And
whole mixology team, we are bringing it live in the
no,
studio,
and you know what?
live and direct.
Why people have to do more with Raven? You know that you're not campaigning that you have to go from door to door.
Yeah,
First, you have to consider that you are not being bothering your customers or boring them
yeah,
or inconveniencing your customers, because you cannot go door to door trying to advertise this message. I'm a mixologist, I'm a mixologist. The world is so busy to want
true,
to listen to you at those space of time or trying to have a physical contact.
true.
So we do more of internet setting where people easily call us and be like, I need 50 cups of this thing.
Yeah.
So majorly with Raven is it's an easy go. It's an easy go with Raven because they're going to give you particularly what you want. When someone order from Raven and be like, okay, oh, this and that is happening now. Like, okay, I've seen something like this on this platform and it's genuine
Yeah.
because you're dealing with some set of people who want this thing. Even when you
Give
pay
you
and you know that your
trust.
money is safe with this person
Yeah.
because you're not just meeting a random people and just paying in money for. So it's and if the person can give what is needed, there's a chance through Raven that you can still hold the person accountable for whatever they're giving. So those are the exceptionalities we've seen with Raven or some of the add-ons that we see with Raven.
Right.
So
Thank you so much, Mr. Jacob. So
you're
I've heard
welcome.
that trust, integrity, exceptionality. I mean, your business
Yeah,
gives visibility.
and all
You
of
get
that.
trustworthy vendors on
That's where
Raven
Raven comes in. That is
Marketplace,
where Raven
and
comes in.
then Mr. Jamo, or
Yes, yeah,
CEO,
it's that
CEO
has been
of.
my name of recent, like Mr. Jamo. That
Okay,
is
that means the spirit that
that's what they
ministers
just
that
call it.
today.
You just sit and be like, "Hello, Mr. Jamo," and be like, "Oh, is that my name? Somebody's calling me Mr. Jamo. I thought that was this person." But they come easily call me Mr. Jamo now. And the Jamo is just one thing.
Yeah.
The Jamo is more like a group.
Okay.
Yeah, with time, because the Jamo is a group of people. We are having the Jamo restaurant already, just like we have the Jamo
So we
mobile
have
bar.
more things
With time,
yet
we
to
are
be
going to deal
unveiled.
about the Jamo,
Okay.
the Jamo
So
restaurant
expansion,
now.
you
Yeah,
guys should just chill and wait for the news.
it's Jamo, and
Expansion.
we hope that one day they know how groups exist now. They've done
Yes.
OT groups and all
Yes.
of that.
Yes.
So we
Yes.
hope to have something like the Jamo group on a bigger platform.
Definitely
But
to
for
get to
now,
that
we are
extent.
more with the Jamo mobile bar. We do a
Definitely
whole lot of things.
we'll get to that large extent
Yeah,
and it
we
will be
will.
bigger than the other
Hopefully.
groups
It's just
around.
like I also will say, Inshallah.
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 So by God's grace. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're
So
welcome.
we've learned a whole lot from this edition. We've learned so much about visibility, so much about mixology.
Yeah.
That's a skill on its own. So if you're worried about what am I
Yes,
supposed to
we teach
learn?
too. We teach.
Okay.
We teach. We groom people to make drinks. We groom people. Then we
Okay.
have this first hand um giving out of job. We have first hand job, like you can easily get jobs to give out to people
Okay.
based on what you've trained them, because we are known in the field already. People have known that this is what we do. So people easily contact us. I guess this week alone I've have option of up to 2 to 3 of people wanting me to come. Can I get hands for them to come to their restaurant? Can I get hands to them for their hotels to come mix drinks or take care of drinks there? So
So job creation as
yeah,
well.
with job creation.
Job creation.
Job creation.
Oh my god.
Please, it's necessary that
This edition is jam packed.
yeah,
It's power
it's
packed.
a whole lot. It's a
It's
whole lot.
power packed. So they don't just mix drinks.
Yeah,
They also create job opportunity. And I believe that the world right now needs more businesses like this. Businesses that does not only focus on themselves, rather they focus on the customers, the people, focus on grooming people, growing, most especially young persons, right? A lot of persons are out there looking for one or two things to get their hands engaged with, and arrive at Jamo but mobile bar.
Jamu mobile bar.
They provide that opportunity for you. So you can always contact the CEO of Jamo Mobile Bar.
Yes.
And if you're interested in learning anything about mixologies, of creatively mixing drinks of all kinds, even water,
Even water.
do well,
Even
do
water.
well,
Even
do
water.
well to
Even water.
contact.
We mix everything, mix everything.
Yes.
Mix everything.
And a Raeven Marketplace platform provides you that opportunity to search Jamo,
Not
Jamo
first
Mobile
and
Bar. So it gives you the opportunity to search them. So you can just get the app and search him. You get his contact, and your prayers are answered already.
Yes,
Your
we are
prayers
there.
are answered.
And we promise to give you the very best. Mostly when it's coming from Raven,
Raven.
we are giving you the very best.
Yes.
And we're giving at a substantial level. Like we could reduce the money, some percentages could be reduced because you're coming from Raven.
So you have special treatment as
Because
long
it's
as
Raven.
you are coming from Raven
Yes.
Marketplace. So thank you so much. Okay, so finally, what do you have to tell persons who are interested in engaging in this kind of business, this mixology? What are like your keywords for them?
They should
Final
first,
words for
they
them.
should first stop procrastinating. Because some people meet me like, I want to learn this thing. I've had several people who want to say, I want to learn. Just get up and do it. It's lucrative. It's lucrative because on the reality, if you compare what after studies for years, what you are earning either from the government and what you'll be gaining as a mixologist, the differences are just very little. The job on its own pays.
Yeah.
It pays. Even with the least experience from 6 months, 3 months, at least you have the whole starting from considering how you can start from 100, 150 with, as a salary, as per se. Then when you have the experience, the more the experience, the more you have this other. So those who want to really come, we need hands because the that setting, the mixology whole lot of stuff is needing hands. People don't know much about it. So they should just get up and just come learning it. There are different platforms. It mustn't come from the Jamo drink, but there are different platforms. But it's necessary. Mostly the guys who work by thinking is, and to crown it all, learning it is less expensive.
Interesting.
Less expensive. You get the drink yourself, and it's student centered. Okay, mix this one to give you this one. So at the end of the day, you can still mix it and still take over your drink, but you've had the knowledge.
Yeah.
You've gotten the knowledge of whatever is going on.
Applied creativity.
Yes, and you can take home your drink. Another day you're coming back to either learn, you come with your drink, mix this one, mix this one. It's giving you this one. So people should try. At least let's have more hands. And it's big, to be very honest with you. There are competition, there are international world for this mixologist. I guess the last one I held here, the person was taken to Brazil. The overall winner was given a car, then he was given free ticket to Brazil because Brazilians and the entertainment sector.
That's how big it is.
It's very, very big. It's very big. But just that people have limited information about it. Don't have limited information. That's when Raven comes in to equally help us give out this visibility to our people and make them understand that it's another skill that you can add to whatever you are learning, and it's very lucrative.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Jacob. Man, this is the power packed edition, and if you are not watching us right now, if you're not listening to us, you are missing out. I must say, you are missing out. So I've heard from the CEO here. Don't procrastinate. Just start. So the first step is to start. If it's to start learning, yes, start. If it's to start the business itself, start. Just start. And at Raeven Marketplace, we help you start. You can just open your store on Raeven Marketplace, and that alone will inspire you. I mean, a call from a client, it spurs you to start up something. So please do not hold on. Don't hold back. Whatever is your challenge, do not hold back. Just start. So thank you so much, Mr. Jacob, for sharing your story with us. It's been very inspiring. I mean, I'm sure our listeners have gotten one or two from this edition, and it's our prayer that the brand grows beyond just what it is, and the whole group thing comes to life. So thank you all for joining us on this edition, this special edition of the Raven the Meet the Vendor series. And thank you, Mr. Jacob, especially
Thank you.
for honoring our invitation. So we'll hope to see you again next time. Don't forget to follow us on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, across all our social media handle, Raeven Marketplace. And if you do not have the app already, download the Marketplace app to contact vendors like Mr. Jacob, like Jamo
Yes.
Mobile Bar. Contact trusted vendors on the Marketplace. And if you're a business owner, get the store owner app. If you intend to deliver goods, intend to deliver services, get the delivery app, the Raven delivery app. So check us up on Play Store and on App Store to get the app. That's how to get started. So if you are here to begin your business, get started with Raven Marketplace. Thank you once again. Bye for now.